should be done with it by now. I still have the red light. My gauge says it's almost empty. They might have one, maybe two pallets left in there. I'm not going to sit there and listen to the reefer scream for that. Welcome to Schmidt Family Trucking, or Trucking with Schmidt, or Trucking with Opie. I miss the sun, Opie. Opie, make the sun come back. Can you do that for me? Just make the sun come back. While I was taking my nap, I had a dream that I left and there was somebody in my trailer, like with the door shut and everything. So I figured I'd better check the trailer. You know, I wonder how much, I need to figure out how much that dog loses in a week's time frame. Like in a 4-day time frame, he has had 1 cheeseburger and a half of a bottle of water in 4 days. It's like that every week now. He won't even touch dog food. I can get him to eat that 1 cheeseburger and then it's a half a bottle of water, maybe. Get him home, eats fine, eats everything up, gains all that weight back, but I would like to get a scale on him, just to weigh him before we leave for the week, and then to weigh him when we get home, just to see how much weight he loses in that 4 days. Cheese Kingdom. Now, don't get me wrong, the dog does have an appetite. I have chicken nuggets here, and I promise you he's going to want every ounce of them. I'll give him a little nibble. The water thing concerns me. The food thing doesn't worry me. Dogs can go a long time without it. But him only drinking a half a bottle in 4 days. And see, you got that appetite. You're hungry. You just don't want the dog food. But now you need to explain why you're barely drinking any water. Because I give you plenty of water. I actually give you fresh bottles of water. But what I do there when I give you water is I give you fresh water, but I'm still monitoring how much you drink. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you just never know which way you're going to go. I mean, you could go down, you could go up, or you could go over, or you could go that way. That's right. That's left. That's over. Can we do a circle? Dad, knock it off! Okay. I love you, Opie. Okay. All right. There you go. So before Christmas, my mom kept hinting around that she wanted one of those Garmins like I have in my pickup, a GPS. And so I told Dad, I go, Dad, that's what she wants for the car. She wants a Garmin. A GPS, it's I think they're about 100, 140, 150 bucks. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy like this one. Oh, here. That's how fancy that one is. It tells me I am lost. I remember when these came out, magnet mount, man, you just stuck them straight on there. This is a Rand McNally. This hasn't worked for probably 2 years, if not, what? This hasn't worked for 2 years, if not longer. Anyway, so Dad got her that GPS for Christmas. Guess who didn't want it? Mom. Want to explain that one? I don't know. So Dad's like, what am I going to do with it? You know, because it was at Amazon. He didn't want to return it because it's a hassle. So I grabbed it. I don't need it for GPS purposes, you know, routing. But I think I am going to use it because I've told you guys before the odometer in first class doesn't work anymore. And it would be a little bit easier to keep track of miles for the day and miles for fuel and all that fun stuff with one of these fancy dancy doodads, because that's what I use it for in my pickup. I never use it for GPS. I use it for the speedometer, and I use it for the mileage stuff. So we're going to put some technology back in first class. We haven't had it in here for a long time. I actually took my dash camera out here too. We might put that back in too. Not today though. I got my very first GPS in my truck, I was thinking, man, this is so cool. This thing's gonna tell me where to go. Now I haven't used a GPS in so long. If I need one, use a satellite. They work pretty good. Plus, you guys know, I go to the same places all the time. That screen right there, that's the only one I need. Not really need, I'm just gonna use. Do the same thing in my pickup. So my tires are bigger, so everything's off on my pickup. The odometer, the miles per hour, the whole works. Well, we can use this thing, it'll work pretty cool. It's snowing. You guys can't see it, but it's snowing. This is probably the first snow First Class has seen on the highway in almost a year and a half or more. Or at least, no, last year she didn't see, yeah, she did. But yeah, it's snowing. Look at that. Come on, Opie. Hey, come on. Just off of Interstate 29 at a pull-off here. Trucking Together, that YouTube channel. We keep trying to get together because they're making some passes through Iowa. You're gonna have to jump over to their channel to see what for. But we keep trying to get together and keep missing each other by about 60-70 miles, which doesn't seem far when they live over 1,000 miles from me. Well, right now they do. He's got a debacle. Does he follow me or does he fight his nose? And it looks like he's following me. We're going back here into the woods. The GPS is okay. It seems to be tracking our miles pretty good, our time traveled, little stuff like that. But years ago, when I was taught how to be a truck driver, or taught years ago for a gentleman I used to work for, he said the best way to make miles, the best way to get things done, the best way to fit 4 days worth of work into 3 days, don't look at your miles, don't look at the clock. Then you can just keep pounding pavement. Once you start keeping track of miles, once you start keeping track of time, that's when you start getting tired. That's when you start getting weary. That's when you start wearing down. What'd the government do? Made it to where guys have to stare at a clock all freaking day. So I don't know if we're going to leave it in there. It is going to come in kind of handy. It'll help me track my fuel mileage, I guess, a little better. I mean, in the Wise logbook, I don't really go anywhere new, so it's just kind of scribble this, scribble that, because, well, that's what it's been for the past 10 years. This one's hard. Why can't ours at home be hard? You're laying down again? That's what you've been doing for 150 miles, man. Yeah, I hope he's a walker. You got to stay walking or he'll just lay down. It's alright, he's in his 80s. That tree back there, we have one of those trees. We don't, and my neighbor does. It's pretty. Okay, but it's the most annoying tree in the world. It has those little balls that I showed you, but they're not hard. They're pollen balls basically, and they throw yellow dust all over your vehicles. And then they have really big leaves. And on a normal year, that thing would probably still be full of leaves in January. So you can pick all the leaves up in your yard. A windstorm comes up and fills them all in, because that tree loses them really late. Speaking of home, I think I forgot to tell you guys what we're doing today. Pretty positive I forgot to tell you. We started our day off in Elwood, Kansas. Now we have an empty trailer. We're taking this trailer back up to Sioux City, Iowa. It's about 230 miles. Once we get up to Sioux City, we're going to drop this trailer off. We're going to fill it up with fuel, get it washed out, drop it off at the yard, and then we are going to go home. That's the plan. That's what we're doing today. The center cap on my steering wheel has those tabs going all the way around it. They need to tweak just a little bit because of, well, they shook loose, and every time I was turning the wheel, it was going click, 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 click. It concerned me at first, but she's good and solid now. The way it sounds, we do have some weather coming in the next couple days, though. We might be sitting at home when it does hit, but if we're out and about, we could get possibly a good blizzard trucking video. Kansas is calling for blizzard-like conditions. I think Iowa's just calling for snow from what I hear. It's almost impossible to do one-handed without spilling. Spillage happens. It's a very, very dirty truck right now. So like right now, I gotta switch hands. Let's try this way. Didn't spill a drop. Real winter seems like it's going to come within the next couple days. The way it sounds, we got some single digits coming, and then within the next 10 days we're looking at some double digit single digits coming. So we might actually get some winter yet this year. Not that I was worried. Wasn't fully missing it by no means. Looking at brown can get kind of annoying. About a foot of snow would be okay. I've never seen a foot of snow before. Not here. I've seen it before when we went to the mountains. But I've never seen a foot of snow in Iowa. I think the most I've ever seen is maybe 6, maybe 8 inches of snow in my lifetime. Well, you're gonna have to wait till we get home. It's just way too muddy here, man. You look like you understand. We filled up our trailer. We dropped off our trailer. Chad, one of the local guys here, already grabbed our trailer to go out and get reloaded. And as for us, we're gonna head home. We got some stuff to do. That was cold, very cold. Does anyone else do that? Probably about 3 miles from when you're gonna park the truck. Put the windows down, just air the whole truck out. You wanna make sure you vacuum before you do it if you got a dog though. Because if you don't vacuum before you do the whole air out, and you got a dog, hair flies like crazy. So you don't really wanna do it when things are really hairy. Makes the truck smell so much better. It's all fresh air, you know. Can I borrow your hand to hold the camera? This takes more than one hand. Or you can just keep walking. Okay. I plugged it in myself because you refused to help me. Open that door for me? No, I'm not going to do that either. Okay, I'll do that too. There you go. Whew. I forgot how dirty that pickup was. See it? Ah, we got to wash that too. All right, come on. Why are you stopping? Open that door for me. No? Okay, I'll do that too. Jackie, baby! How you doing, Jax? How you doing? Huh? How you doing? Good enough to ignore me? Get your smelling out of the way. No one's gonna shut the door for me? How are you, baby? Yes, you are. How are you? You big lovable lug, you. Look at Opie all standing there proud, tail up in the air like he's some kind of vicious killer. Anyone else get that feeling right when you get home? You're like, oh. Now I'm very tired and I'm ready to take a shower and go to bed. We can't though. Basketball game tonight. No, none of my kids are in basketball. But Paige plays in the pep band and I like going to watch.
Hello.
Hello, sweet love. How are you? Are you good?
Yes.
Are you sure you're good?
I'm just tired.
You're tired? Coming in? Go out, Jax. Oh.
The work is a lot.
Oh, I bet it was just torture.
Yes.
How you doing, brat child?
Hello. I'm
ready?
eating wieners.
You're eating wieners? Are they good wieners?
Mm-hmm.
Ready for jazz band tonight?
Pep band.
Pep band tonight? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, players and fans, before we begin, we would like to take a moment to honor the Perry School District and community, to pay respect and offer